Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited for you to join us this evening. We're a little bit late. Maybe we had some technical pirate problems. Who knows what happened? But we are excited for you to join us for our third episode of our third season. Would this be our like a golden episode then? Would you say? Like a golden birthday?
Absolutely.
Golden
Incredible.
MVP episode.
Thank you for joining us for our golden episode of our One Piece TTRPG stream of SAGAS. We are very, very lucky because we have the creator of SAGAS sitting right in the middle to my this way. Yeah, that's Dennis. He created this very cool game. He created this very cool supplement that we're currently playing, and he has so many more. So you should definitely check SAGAS out on Itch.io, or you can check out the Kickstarter page. Dennis, is there a different place that we could see where SAGAS is?
Yeah, it's also on drive-thru.
Incredible. So make sure you check that out. The tune that we're currently listening was created by Jake. Jesus, he is in the top left corner for me. We're getting there. Everything's fine. And the gorgeous art that you can see on stream right now was created by our very good friend Ange, who is currently not with us today, but will be back next week. My name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. And before we volunteer Dennis to do a recap for us, let us go around and tell the people who we are. Jake, let's start with you.
Hey, I'm Jake. He, him. I'm playing Nemo, the Helms Fishman. Also he, him, and accidentally turned him into a bard this season for some weird reason. I don't know why that happened, but it's been fun. And popcorn to Julie.
Hey, I am Julian, Julie CL. I play Esmer, a grasshopper who kicks people, and I guess is the scout of the ship. Because what are they doing otherwise besides going places and causing problems? I cast the line over to Briar.
Hi, my name is Briar Rent, they, them pronouns. I play Leandre Spike, reluctant tag along and pirate personality hire. And I'm gonna popcorn it over to Dan.
Hi, hello. I'm Dan Pixel, they, them, and my character that I portray is Ash Carter, she, her, who is an ex-Marine and is a navigator. When they actually are trying to go places, it's helpful. Other times, it's just chaos. Dennis, I think is that everybody?
I think so. Hi, I'm gonna try to run this thing. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time. Anything else before we get started?
If you want to do a recap, now's the time for us to tell you to do it.
Right. I've been voluntold. So this, of course, is season 3. Our Lavender Scale pirates are fully leveled. They have been wreaking havoc in the South Blue for a couple years now. Some of the most famous pirates outside of the Grand Line, for sure. And their most recent job was taken from the Revolutionary Army. Mystery contact told them to do a little jailbreak. Little did they know that the individual they were breaking out of said jail was a child, 13-year-old kid named Teo, with some sort of mysterious... It's hard to say. It's not really soothsaying. It's more of a vision. Can maybe see the future sometimes, a little bit. Everything's very confusing around Teo and what he is capable of. But he's also a Marine Nepo baby. His dad is a vice admiral in the Navy, and that is something that has yet to be really addressed. The Revolutionary Army wanted him because of his strange future sight powers, but they seem to have very little to know about it, even less, maybe a little bit more than you do. according to your contact, who you met on the island, an old friend for us that have seen One Piece, Sabo. We last left off, I believe, with returning to your ship. It seems that Sabo's the only Revolutionary Army member that is currently present, and you are just kind of playing a waiting game, waiting for a Revolutionary Army vessel to arrive and take Teo off your hands and remit payment. But I don't think the crew has really discussed or decided upon whether that's still something that they want to happen. It seems like not everything about this job was forthright, even though a few snags that you've hit along the way. So we will start in the evening. You had just spent the day sailing. You just returned to, or sorry, not the evening, the morning. You have gotten your long rest, which means all your health and all your effort is boosted back. And you get well, you see the sun begin to rise on the horizon as you all sort of rise with it. But the oh, it sounds like my audio's not great. And yes, I do have a noise gate, so it's probably that.
Well, how about this? While you maybe look at your noise gate, I can remind people about the anti-fascism plug that I forgot to mention, because the tech pirates got me so hard before we started playing, gang. We were about this close to not being able to play today. So I just want to take a moment to say, check out the No Ice in Minnesota charity bundle that's happening on Itch.io right now. There are 1,439 games. Over 1,000 of them are TTRPGs. Over 200 of them are video games. You can get your hands on all of them for just $10. It's going to Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota, an incredible organization. We are probably like $60,000 away now from reaching the $600,000 mark, which is absolutely incredible. The more money we are able to raise between now and March 13th, the more people they are able to help, not only in Minnesota, but also North Dakota. So please, if you're able to go and check that out, toss a coin, 10 of them, towards the bundle, and tell your mom, your grandma, your friends, your captain, your snipers and navigators, everybody you know. And then if you are also interested, there is a No Ice in Minnesota TTRPG charity raffle that is happening to support Minnesota Freedom Fund. There are quite a handful of prizes that in total are worth about $600. Tickets are $5 each. I'm going to put both of those links into the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. I'm really glad that Dennis reminded us earlier about resetting our health and effort, because I didn't even pull up my character sheet. So, with that being said, I feel like I've vamped enough now and gotten you all the information you need to know for us to continue on with this stream. And if not, we have a fun song that we can listen to that Coralie, Esmer, and Nemo put together. Otherwise, we're going to hear it at the very end of the stream. So then I can go and hide my head in shame.
I think we're going to have a great spot for it. I'll make that happen.
Incredible. I hand things over again to you.
It is morning. You rise on your ship from your various bedding places. It seems like Zelio is not out for breakfast yet. But food has been prepared. Sabo and Teo are, it seems like they're lollygagging at least a little bit. And you all have a moment here on the deck of your beautiful lavender ship to speak with one another about what you're going to do. The waves lap gently against the hull of your anchored boat, and the sun beats down. But other than that, there is silence.
It's so quiet.
Do you gonna change
Well,
it,
not
Isma?
anymore.
Grasshoppers are famously impatient, and grasshoppers. I'm tired. Esmer's gonna cross their legs and just kind of like sit down and like tent their fingers and be like, "There's so much stuff that we don't know, and I have all this energy balled up, and I just want to kick something."
Ash is immediately looking for what is destructible around them that wouldn't cause like too many problems.
Esmer once again turns their head towards the mast of the ship.
Isma. Wouldn't it be fun if we just did a little bit of a training montage? We've got to have something that Isma can kick, right?
Either Ash or Coralie, please make a check.
What's the roll?
You make a check. It depends on what you have on your character sheet.
Great. I have
Having
keen sense
destructible
vision.
equipment.
And I've got keen sense smell, and I feel like I can just smell it on them that they want to kick this thing. So between me,
That's a stretch if I ever heard one.
That is an 8.
oh, okay, I gotta be able to smell it on them.
So you better be able to smell it. You
I
better.
did roll a
find it.
1.
Okay, well, Ash doesn't like being this close to the revolutionary army.
Yeah, I think Sabo and Teo are within eyesight, opposite corner of the deck, sort of looking out, and seem to be having a conversation. Sabo looks annoyed. Teo looks like a little brat, like usual. But as you are staring, Coralie, you manage to sniff out some barrels that don't smell the greatest. And as you inspect further, you find out that the wood is starting to rot. These aren't usable anymore.
I think that Coralie starts walking towards them and then just starts pulling snakes out of her hair and kind of flings them and says, "All right, little friends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll those over to Isma. Isma, are you listening?"
Grasshoppers have famously good hearing.
That they do. And all right, so the snakes, they're gonna come at you, and we're gonna see you kick them. These barrels, that is, not the snakes. They wouldn't like that.
There's a snake in my barrel.
And it just starts tumbling towards you. I think there's 3. That sounds good.
Sounds good.
There's
There's 3 barrels.
unarmed strike rolls.
Yes.
Here they go. 3, a 4, and a 6.
The first 2 shatter easily beneath the weight of your heel. It's almost a little bit unsatisfying because it's so easy, and it almost feels like they're not even there. You're just kicking air. But the 6, you step on it wrong and fall flat on your back.
Can it be launched in an upwards arc, comedically towards Sabo's direction?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Heads up!
And as the barrel flies through the air, and you cry out in warning, Sabo turns around and gets out of the way, but you feel that aura again as orange eyes glare from every shadow that the sun casts onto the deck of the ship, and Teo steps to the side without looking. The barrel shatters against the railing and tumbles into the sea.
Sorry. Just getting a little practice in.
You hear Teo shout back, "Yeah, you freaking need it."
Hmm. 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 No, let it go. Esmer was a shit kid too, so they're not gonna kick something at Teo.
It's crazy. This is a child.
Do we think that magic 8-balls exist in the world of One Piece?
Google, what do you think?
My opinion is that they do, and when you shake them around, they make the same noise as the transponder snails.
Are they made of snail?
Maybe they're made of snail.
I think then I call over for Teo after hearing him get to the closest of cursing that I've heard of him so far, and I go to put a little arm around him. Does he accept that, or does he wiggle out of it?
He wiggles out of it.
Okay. Close your eyes. Open up your hands.
Why?
I've got a surprise for you, Treasure.
Teo closes his eyes, but Teo closes his eyes and puts his hands out, sort of cupping both of them in front of you.
All right, ask me a question really quickly before I put it in your hands. Yes or no? Question, that is.
Are you a real captain?
Oh, I actually hate that you have asked me that. Oh, wow. Ooh. They see outlook not so good, and then they continue to shake on the magic 8-ball that they have until it says, "Don't count on it," and then they continue to shake some more until.
And on the third shake, you feel again the aura of orange eyes out from the shadows.
It says ask again later. Anyway, I thought, because you're so interested in treasure, that you might like this little magical 8-ball that I treasure so dearly. It is yours. You can open your hands and your eyes. Don't open your hands, just your eyes. Oh my god. This is going so great, Coralie. Whew. This is fine. Anyway, Teo, this is yours. Have so much fun. It's a little, it tells you what people are thinking, but not really. You're gonna have a great time. Ugh, I've gotta go. Jesus Christ. And they are just going to walk off in literally any other direction because they did not nail this like they thought they were going to.
You start walking towards the railing, start walking into a corner that is the captain's cabin, and have to turn a third time to walk in an open direction.
Yep.
And all the while, Teo is now eyes open, is sort of like taken aback and having his own little bit of anxiety of not knowing how to deal with this interaction at all. And Sabo, standing off to the side, just sighs. Well, it's a gift. You should treasure gifts. And Teo closes his eyes really tightly, shakes the ball, and opens one eye again. And he smirks a little bit and puts the ball in a pouch and walks to the table with the food.
Is there a manga cutout that goes over his head with a thought bubble that we as the audience get to know?
Surprisingly, no.
Damn. This says concentrate and ask again. So. What about it, Dennis? My reply is no. This 8-ball hates me today. Oh my god.
It's just not a
I think
technology
It's
day.
a weighted
I think-
8-ball.
I think you gotta give up on the technology today. I think you gotta let it go.
Ow. Yeah. It's been
Mercury
real
some
gang.
Gatorade or whatever.
Time to vanish into the woods.
Luddites were right.
Fishing village.
Goodbye.
Return to the east blue.
As Teo and Sabo make their way to grab food, Sabo turns to Nemo and just starts making the most awkward small talk. So, been on the ship for long?
Yeah, about 3 years, pipe guy.
Oh, it's Sabo.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Hey, kid. Doo-doo says what?
What?
Doo-doo says what?
I can't hear you.
Doo-doo head says what?
What?
Anyways, pipe guy, yeah, 3 years. I've been the helmsman. Moppy's been helping me out on that sometimes. Sometimes Esmer kicks stuff, and then I'm just like, "Oh, Esmer, that's pretty cool, but don't kick that one. Kick that guy's head." And then one time we tried to throw a Marine at another Marine, but it didn't work out. So we're probably gonna, at some point, work on that so that way we can combo throw a Marine into another Marine.
All of this is a single speech bubble in one frame.
Yeah.
I'm actually just crying at the generational grudge that Nemo has held on Moppy's behalf against this fucking kid.
He went too far, dissing the mop.
As Sabo and Teo sit down and start eating, I think Leandre, you notice first a speck on the horizon of likely another vessel.
Telescope. A really pathetic one. It like droops a little bit.
You have to tilt your head up.
Look down. What do I see on the...
Go ahead and make a check, see how much detail you can make out.
Oh my gosh. I can read. That's a 2.
That's quite good. You can actually make out. Hang on. The Revolutionary Army has a symbol, right? If they do, that's what you see on the flag.
Oh my god, it's Sabo giving a thumbs up with a big R behind him? I don't know the symbol.
I don't know it either.
Revolutionary Army One Piece.
Whatever it is, Leandre knows it. That's all that matters.
It is a winged
What the heck is that?
yeah, it's like a winged horned demon with the letters R and A on either side of it.
Oh my god, there is a giant R in it. Let's go.
Yeah.
There are okay.
What flag? The Revolutionary Army sees a dark red flag with the image of a dragon head with wings because their leader's name is Dragon.
Right. Okay.
You know what period?
Oh, yes,
Oda
that's
Sensei.
the red flag with an R and an A on it. With
Yeah,
a
I wonder what that stands for.
it's so funny. Yeah. So Leandre kind of folds his limp telescope up, and just like, company on the horizon.
Sabo springs to his feet. Finally! Wonder why they were late.
Hopefully for not any plot relevant reasons. You'll understand that when you're older.
Sabo doesn't appear to hear you.
Okay. I'm speaking to the fourth wall. He's like, I don't know.
Yep.
I can't hear dialogue that's said through the fourth wall.
Hopefully not for plot relevant reasons. Oh, damn, I fucked it up. Anyway,
Would you like to join Coralie wherever they're at right now?
yeah, this this hooded, bearded figure joins Coralie on the corner of the ship just for a moment.
That's crazy.
Help. What the fuck?
And he disappears.
That's even
It looks
worse.
surprisingly like the first villain you all faced as a team.
Sorry, what?
I don't even remember.
Ash fucking remembers.
I think that Coralie calls out. Did anybody see that?
See what?
Did anybody see that?
Pine guy.
Name.
It's a
My
bit.
guy?
It's not plot relevant. Focus.
Edward Reed?
It's been 3 years. I don't.
Wait, was that
really know
it?
What his name
Pine
was?
guy Edward Reed?
Captain Reed.
Captain
Yeah.
Reed,
I
yeah.
remember that.
Because
Okay.
it shares the last name of the pirate Mary Reed, and it's also a plant, a reed, R-E-E-D. That's why I was like, that's
definitely
clever, Dennis,
got
and
much
you're
thought
like,
into
I didn't
that
do that on
character.
purpose. I remember.
This is a flashback episode.
I guess it is.
It's one of those Chopper tells the whole story of like the last fucking part.
And then I debuted Bug Bug Drum and broke the steering wheel, and then. And then
Wait, hang on. This means that Captain Reed has to be relevant, but he's at the bottom of the ocean.
Oops.
Anyway, the revolutionary ship is approaching.
Our demon's back to haunt us. Does somebody have the unstone fruits?
Nemo friend. Do we drop in? I actually don't know anything about ships, really. This is kind of more your forte. But I figure that we're gonna link up with them.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, pipe guy, right? We're meeting up.
Nemo, he has a
it's
name.
Sabo, and
Yeah, I
yes, we're gonna meet up with them.
Yeah, I know
At
your name.
My
Pipe guy.
contact in the those are my comrades.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, let's line it up, and then yeah, Nemo will get to work to set that up.
In Sabo, to reiterate, we are letting the kid decide if he goes back to his shitty family or not.
Yes.
Because if they're okay, excellent, great. I had this
Insight
whole
check.
spiel. Ooh,
Or what the fuck ever
What did we
insight is.
check?
It's I don't think I have anything for that, so that's a 10, isn't it?
E10 for you.
Corley just like kind of blabbers on about how they had this like whole spiel prepared on how they were gonna like jet off into the sun and maybe take Sabo as a hostage because they had to take the kid as a hostage and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, 6. No. Ash is like not. Again, Ash spent years in the military. She knows like the legends of this guy on their ship, and she's not the most like comfortable right now.
I think just because Sabo is Revolutionary Army, Ash is baseline super suspicious.
Yeah.
This comment of, yes, we're gonna let Teo choose, can't possibly make you any more suspicious.
Yeah.
Corley, on the
You
other
do
hand,
have
is
a
just like,
couple
yeah,
hours before the ship actually arrives. It's quite a ways off still.
Hey, Captain, what if you call up your giant snake friend to move the island we're on?
I'm on a boat.
giant
move the boat that we're on.
snake friend.
Yeah, the island you lived on.
Yeah, I got.
I
Yeah,
wasn't there, but I heard a lot about it in a flashback.
And then we re-see the entire first arc in short form.
And Dial was there, and Cabbage was there, and Moppy got covered in hockey.
Oh,
and slapped in the
Cabbage.
face.
Yeah, so, Isma, friend, I sent Cabbage out a long time ago on a quest, actually, not only to get him off of my island of snakes, but to get him out into the world because he needed to do it, specifically to find Slither Island. And I think that he'd actually have to give us a call because I don't know where it is right now. Because it kind of slithers around, goes all throughout the seas.
Then I leave all the boat moving to Nemo.
My thoughts exactly.
Esmer flashes back to when she first met Nemo.
I would actually really like to see that.
You were there. We fought a bunch of Marines. Don't you remember, Captain? We fought a bunch of Marines on my home island.
We see in the
It's all
flashback
coming
how
back to me.
The animation style is completely different.
Yep.
We
It's a
clearly
crayon
did
drawing.
not have the animation budget in the pilot episode. And over the years, we got picked up by a larger studio.
That's correct. That's exactly what's happened. We don't have to recycle old footage. That's not what's happening here.
When I said that I'd like to see that, Isma, I meant that I think that our story is so incredible and just so extraordinary that it would make an excellent show for people to log on to their little Google machines and watch us as we do it.
Esmer starts taking notes. Grasshoppers are famously good at producing content.
Incredible.
Esmer might as well be taking notes on a smartphone with the number of times he's broken the fourth wall this episode.
This
Okay.
is what happens when we don't have Zelio around. We lose.
No,
the
I was
plot.
literally thinking there's no brain cell left. There's no brain cell left.
And just
everywhere.
not here to rope us all in. Yeah.
You see, it's actually Zelio's day off, and that means that nobody can boss me around. And it's pretty nice. I like that. Nobody can tell me no. Well, you guys can tell me no, actually, and that would be fine. But nobody does tell me no, and so that means it's just a little captain's day off. So we're gonna have a great little time. The Revolutionary Army's gonna come. They're gonna have a chat with Teo, and like the question mark is directed at Sabo because Coralie doesn't actually know the plan of what's happening next. And then they kind of circle back to that and say, so what is the plan for the kid to decide what he wants to do? Sail the seas or go back to his shitty family?
Need to make a call.
Right.
And Sabo walks to a lonely corner of the ship and takes out a Dendamushi.
I follow him.
He gives you a long stare.
Yes. Can I help you?
Turns to stone as you remove your glasses.
No. I have to want to do that. I have to want to do that. Also, I fucked up on our first episode. I have to do the Gorgon's gaze, and then I have to do it again, and on the second time, they turn to stone. So,
Got it.
my B. It was just a little grunt, though.
It would have happened, 100%.
Ash like follows Sabo over with her eyes and then just like takes a seat like a decent enough distance and then takes her glasses off so that she can listen. And that lets me use my keen hearing. Maybe that will be a good roll.
Esmer notices that
All
everybody's
right.
watching and listening to each other.
4.
And anyone else that is trying to listen into the conversation, go ahead and make a check.
We need more people up on the deck of the ship. I'm gonna keep a lookout.
Leandre, would you like to take notes?
Notes?
You're excellent at that. You like always have your little notebook out. And if I recall, during the second season of this show, you were taking notes about everything. About being a deckhand. You were excellent.
Right. I think we get a cutaway to Leandre's notebook that's just like stick figures and diagrams. That is our
Are there
only
any words in it at
comprehensible to
all?
Leandre. I think Leandre knows how to spell his own name. And then the rest are very detailed drawings that Leandre knows what they mean.
That's
Leandre has
incredible.
created his own system of hieroglyphics.
So funny enough, Coralie also doesn't know how to write. And so that looks like writing to them.
Leandre can tell you what he wrote, but like it's not readable to anybody else. I guess I could take notes. Leandre will be there, but also be trying to like keep an eye on Teo.
So usually when you use the Dendin Mushi, it makes a sound when you actually try to get the call to go through. So at your leisure.
Sabo takes a small piece off of the side of the Dendemushi's shell and puts it in his ear. And then presses a button on top. Gotcha. Yeah, we have them.
And we can't. I take a piece of the shell and I put it in my ear.
No, he's not gonna let you do that. He's not gonna let you do that. Go ahead and make a check.
Yeah. No way, no how is this motherfucker gonna do this. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of like tugging and pulling, and I have sure-footedness, and so I would not lose my footing. Therefore, my feet are planted to the ground for a good tug. Okay, I rolled a 3.
I'll allow it. But this is a contested check. You yank the Dendemushi out of Sabo's hands for a moment, take the earpiece out and shove it in your ear, and you hear a deep voice. Sabo? You still there?
Yes, I am.
Make a check. Absolutely. You're gonna need a 1.
God, is using my stab worth it for the bit?
It is episode 3.
Some
We only
tremendous
have
actor
5
bullshit.
episodes, and
Hmm?
no one's used their stab yet.
Yeah, and some of us have multiple pieces of stab. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to roll the die, and if it doesn't work, I will decide in the moment what feels best. I'm going to get an actual D10, not a percentage one. All right, don't fuck me. It's a 2. That's so frustrating. It doesn't feel good to use my stab yet. No.
Just save it. Just save it.
Yeah.
This one's a filler episode. This was not Oda didn't write this.
Yeah. I say yes.
There's a pause, and the line disconnects.
Sabo friend, fuck you. How dare you? On this ship, on our ship, you made us kidnap this kid, and now you're not gonna let us listen in on conversations. God.
No, I'm not. We have to be extremely secretive. We hired you out. You have 2 members of your crew that are former military, and we can't trust you that much.
Sabo friend, what did we even get? Where's the gold?
On the ship that's no longer coming this way. He sits down with his head in his hands.
Well, maybe this is good. We'll all get to know each other a little bit better. And we'll have time to actually talk to Teo and maybe change his mind about why pirating is better than being in the Marines instead of just forcing him into decisions all willy-nilly. I mean, good God, we gave the kid, what, 85 hours? They have no idea of math. They don't know how math work. They barely know how 24-hour work. So they just kind of set a number.
Also, a normal life is possible. This is a false dichotomy that we're creating here. You could just, like, I don't know, sell pineapples someplace eventually. I don't know.
Exactly. And Ish, I know you can hear it, so I'm gonna just like kind of like be like, Ash, come on. I think that you three have just so much to talk about. And I have quotas to be in.
Ash slowly puts her glasses like back down over her eyes and then just stares for a second, and she's gonna like walk over. I'm just assuming there's deck furniture, and is just gonna pull out a chair and sit down near where Sabo is. And this now she's just gonna like sit and like stare at him. And this is the I will say probably like the tensest that anyone has seen Ash since Captain Reed.
I remember Captain Reed.
Flashback.
Is there anyone else like right next to Ash and Sabo taking part in this conversation?
I have one question before I answer that. Is Teo on deck?
Teo is on deck. He's finishing everyone else's leftovers right now. Everyone seems to have left the breakfast abandoned, and Teo's just devouring the whole thing.
Okay, I'll stay up here with my eye on Teo, but if Teo leaves, I'll so I'll be standing, giving emotional support to my girl, you know.
What's Nemo up to?
I think because you said the ship is now sailing away from us, right?
It doesn't look like the ship is sailing away. It seems to have stopped. It's not coming closer or leaving.
Okay. I think Nemo is just gonna leave Moppy there and like preparations of like if they come closer to board. But I think seeing Ash be tense, he's going to clock it and just kind of lean back and kind of fold his arms and watch how the conversation unfolds with Pipe Guy.
Okay. And I need to ask, what the hell is Esmer doing?
I'm just watching the boat. Everyone else is busy doing important espionage stuff. I'm just keeping an eye.
All right. Sabo gets to his feet and sort of leans over the railing and does a double take at Ash, who's staring so intently at him. Can I help you?
You know, I think right now you're doing that thing that makes me feel like you aren't that different from the Marines.
His eyebrows furrow.
Yeah, I thought that might get your attention. See, you hired pirates because you needed someone, not that you could trust, but someone who didn't work for the government, and you hired us. And the problem is, you see this as we're just going to listen to you because neither of us work for the government. What you need to get through your head is there's a difference between disobeying the law and trying to destroy that society. Just because we're pirates doesn't mean we stand for the same things that you do. And there's people in the Navy, or people who were in the Marines, that didn't stand for whatever the hell it is they stand for now. Most of us, they end up where I am, where Leandre is, here. You, though, the hell do you stand for? You gonna just use this kid? You gonna let him make his own choices and be a free person? Even if it means he does some dumb shit, like going to the Marines.
You sound just like him.
Like who?
Sabo takes out the Dendenmushi again. Bada-bada-bada-bada. Bada-bada-bada. Gotcha.
I never
And
took the earpiece
hands Ash one of the earpieces.
Just like slowly puts it up to her ear.
The deep voice answers. Who is this? Sabo puts the other earpiece in his own head. It's me, sir. There's another one on the line that is very much aligned with us.
Now, that is not the words that I just said in that order, but however you want to take it.
You have the kid. Yeah, we have the kid. What's he like? Sabo looks at Ash. Well,
He's
you
a
spent
kid.
more time with him.
He's a kid. And honestly, he's kind of a dick.
Does he like his father?
Enough. Well, I mean, it's always a 50-50 on that, I guess. I don't really know.
Sabo, this is going to be your last test. Show the kid what his father has done, and then let him decide. Click. The line disconnects. Okay. He takes the earpiece back, puts the snail back in his pocket, runs his fingers through his hair. He looks to you like he wants your opinion.
So all that legend around you, and you're still on what? Training?
Hasn't been that long. Okay.
You ever seen your wanted posters?
Yeah. I mean, I would have assumed that someone who's been in the military also knows that information and spreading rumors is just as powerful as taking action.
Depends on your views. Me, I'm not much of a subterfuge kind of girl.
Will you help me?
You gonna let the kid make his own choice?
I'm not gonna make it for him. I can't.
Then you don't have a problem here. Go back on that, and I will put a bullet between your eyes.
Yeah, I got it. And he starts walking away.
She's just got this like shit-eating grin on. Cam, we're all good.
Dennis, I have a question for you. I
Yeah.
did not say that I gave back an earpiece. Did I
Well, then
hear...
there were 3, all right?
Okay. Hearing the end of the conversation and then hearing Ash say, "Captain, we're all good here." Coralie, who was, I don't know, probably just like standing around a corner with their hands just like, literally just like listening, waiting, not moving, looking like probably very silly in the moment, is gonna like sheepishly look around the corner and look like this at Ash.
I imagine as this has been happening, Teo is like looking at Ash and Sabo, back to Coralie, because he can see both from this angle. Coralie just awkwardly hiding the entire time.
And that, kid, is how you can get information without being involved. You don't have to be involved in everything to still be involved.
Huh.
Magic 8 Ball can't teach you that one. You know who can? This guy. Seeker's Tail has no response. Coralie.
Teo is not. It's not that he has no response. It's that you're very clearly opening his mind to new ways of thinking. Like, he's not experienced this kind of living before. You're not sure what life he had before this, but he's never really thought about subterfuge before now.
Probably for the best, actually. Coralie is going to walk over to Ash, look at Sabo, look at Ash, pause for a moment to see if Sabo is going to stay or not before they say anything.
Did you hear all that?
Yes. Can I give this back to you knowing I have a very firm grip on that.
And he comes away with nothing.
Yeah, he comes away with not even a strand of hair because that would be a snake. But Coralie like has the earpiece in her hand and says, "If I give this back to you, the next time I want to listen in, do I have to yank it away from you? Or are you going to give it over, willy-nilly? At least while you're on this ship."
At least while I'm on this ship.
Handshake? Can't go back on that.
This is not how I thought this job was gonna go.
Yeah, well, neither did we think that we were going to end up as fucking kidnappers, but hey, it's the first time for everything, right?
I mean,
Right.
honestly, it's kind of like the motto on this ship now. It's just like, oh, this isn't how I thought it would fucking go at all. You know? You just kind of got to get used to it, really.
Really? Everyone in the South Blue knows who the Lavender scale pirates are.
See, and that's the
The
thing.
number of times you have pulled the hood over on the Marines is astronomical. We've lost track.
Teo, take notes.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know what you're doing, if you pretend like you do know what you're doing, and then you do it, everyone thinks very, very highly of you. It's pretty fantastic. Everyone should try it.
Huh. Cool.
I mean, 3 years ago, we were just a ragtag group of people, and now look at us. We've got an incredible helmsman. We've got a great navigator. Leandre, we love him. We love him so much. Isma's great at doing the kicks. Ash right there, she can shoot your eye out. And then there's Delio, who again, took a break today and can't tell me no. So don't let anybody tell you no, unless you want them to, in which case, that's on you. But just keep pretending like you know what you're doing, and then eventually people are going to say, hey, maybe you could be king of the pirates. Life is kind of funny like that.
Why would I want to be king of the pirates?
Well, yeah, Tato. I don't think that you would want to be a king of the pirates, but just replace king of the pirates with anything that you want. Ice cream connoisseur. Fisherman. King of an island. I don't know. I used to be the king of the steaks. Now I'm the captain of this ship. Next step, king of the pirates. I don't know.
Admiral.
Yeah! If that's what you want, buddy, that could be it for you. Oh, maybe. Let me see that Magic 8 Ball for a second. Let me just. Should Teo become an admiral? It is decidedly so. This is the stupidest Magic 8 Ball I have ever held in my hands. I need to return this.
Magic hate ball.
They
That's
shake
so
it
funny.
again until something else pops up. My reply is no. But it's the thing with the Magic 8 Balls. Nothing is set in stone. I haven't looked at it. So you can change your mind. You don't have to be an admiral. But if you want to be, that's something that you could. And they don't finish. That's something you could do. Anyway, you look maybe like you could eat some food more because you were finishing leftovers that we had not eaten, and growing boys need to eat. So let's go and get you some cake.
He kind of wanders off, but with purpose. You've clearly given him more than enough to think about, and he actually goes up to the main mast and calls up, "Hey, Esmer, can you see really far?"
I can see normal, but I can get really high.
And he kind of like he just abandons that and turns to Ash. You can see really far, right?
Yeah. Why?
How do you use that?
What do you mean? How do I use that?
Well, like,
I look
if
with my eyes.
I wanted to, because I can see pretty much anywhere.
Oh, right, yeah. Didn't realize we were having a contest, but go on.
And I feel like there's things I could learn that way, right?
She's gonna look at Sabo.
just look back at the kid. Yeah. You ever like watched your old man at work?
I don't think so.
Well, why not? You want to, be the admiral? Shouldn't you see what your father gets up to?
Would have to be a vice admiral first.
It's a natural
Yeah.
stairway. You can take it from me. I don't know if they told you, I used to be a lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Wow.
Oh yeah, long time ago. Don't watch me though. That's not an invitation.
Oh. I guess I haven't really been able to use it. I wasn't able to use it when I was with the Marines, but now I don't have those weird shackles.
You
And he puts his hands out and closes his eyes, and all of you can feel a shadow cross over your ship.
Oh, lovely.
Fuck was this?
It could have been a big bird. I look up.
You look up, and there's nothing. You look up, and the shadow is gone. But I would like Esmer to please make a check to see what you see when you look down.
3.
Nah.
sorry. Sandra, like,
You're not
pass.
sure. You're not sure if this is really what you saw, but an orange eye the size of the ship beneath the ship in the water closes.
Hmm. So, you know how mysterious orange eyes are watching us all of the time? There was a really big one right underneath us.
Oh, joy.
I think Coralie comes back with the cake at that time. Says, what? Just keeps getting worse.
Kid, was that you with the eye thing in the water?
I think so.
Uh-huh. You
You
don't
guys
sound the
not
most
normally
sure.
see, like, eyes?
You're just around? No. I mean, like, we've got them. Mostly. Like, Moppy, could use a transplant, I'm sure, but...
I think that's just your freaky powers, Esmer yells from the crow's nest.
Have some cake and tell us about it. When did you first notice it?
Well, he sits down with his cake. I think I was like 6, and I started seeing these eyes from the shadows, and I told my dad about it. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but that's when he started to put me in this special school, and the teachers would ask me about them, but I wouldn't really know how to answer. They'd be like, what color are the eyes? Oh, they're orange. But then they would ask me, like, who do the eyes belong to? And do you hear anything when you see the eyes? And I never have. And then I started to be able to find things more easily. Like I don't really hear anything, but the eyes kind of tell me where the things are. And then when I found out that, so there was this game that we played in school, and they were bringing in some really expensive equipment for it, like a really special a bat, and I wanted to know where it was, and I heard that it wasn't gonna. I found it in a closet, but I had like a vision of it being there, and then I found out that the bat wasn't gonna arrive until the next day. So it's still really confusing, and nobody's really helping me figure out what it is.
So I just want to clarify something. Did you right now just try to look to see where your father was?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then there was an eye that opened right below the ship. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like one of the orange ones?
Yeah. Right? Was it orange?
It was orange.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Coralie is not following Ash's train of thought. In fact, they are looking very puzzled between Teo, Ash, and munching on the cake.
What did you see? Just curiously.
Well, I'm not sure what I saw was right, because my dad was like yelling at people in some village. I couldn't see super clearly.
Has your stuff ever been wrong before?
Excellent question.
What do you mean?
Whatever you see, does it always happen?
Yeah, I think so.
Then I think your dad was yelling at people in a village.
Well, then they must have done something wrong.
Maybe.
Gonna take a moment to look back at Sabo. You already know where he is, don't you?
And before Sabo can answer, Teo says, but they didn't look like they had done something wrong. This is really good cake.
It is really good cake. And sometimes people might think that there is something wrong with cake, and they'll go to the person who made the cake and they'll say, "You messed up my cake." But the person who baked the cake didn't do anything wrong at all. But the person who ate the cake is just really mad because they had this perfect vision of a cake that didn't get baked all the way how they wanted it to. And sometimes that happens when it's not about the cake. And sometimes people yell and treat people poorly for no reason at all. And does anybody else have a better story that maybe we could share?
Out of curiosity, what is Leandre doing?
I think Leandre is kind of like watching over this conversation, kind of quietly, because he's like, This is a young lad. I can't really tell him what to do. I don't have any jurisdiction over that. But just kind of like watching and trying to see like what his emotional state is as he's sort of like taking in all this new information. Like how is Teo taking in what's going on right now?
Go ahead and make a check.
Is there a specific type of check?
You're trying to read him,
Ten.
trying to read his
Okay.
emotions as those metaphors are being used to describe the difference between.
Okay,
right
sorry, I rolled the 1. Don't know why I reacted like that. I rolled the 1.
It looks like he's started down the path. There's
What path?
a lot of confusion behind his eyes,
Uh-huh.
and he seems extremely unsure about a lot of stuff right now, which is not how he was when you first met him. As you're trying to get a read on him, his eyes suddenly go wide and flick to you, and he jumps up from the table, runs at you, and tries to tackle you around the middle.
I'm getting down. You're gonna tell me twice. You see the future and you're trying to tackle me to the floor. Leandre's laying out on the deck. Say less.
Anyone else
Oh,
might have thought this was the perfect person
This
to
was-
tackle.
But I was like, nope.
You gotta tell me twice. I don't know where the dance is coming from, but I'm hitting that.
You let him tackle you then?
Yeah, hell yeah. You can take it.
You get the wind knocked out of you as his shoulder collides with your diaphragm, and you fall backwards onto your back, and nothing happens. And then there's a click, and a large part of the sail, horizontal beam, swings right where your head was like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. I just laid out on the floor, tears, weeping. Thank you.
Oh. What are you doing? Get off of me. And he pushes you to the side and gets up.
You're the one who tackled me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We all saw it.
Teo, you
Immediately he goes bright red.
you saved him.
His skin starts to match his hair color.
Leandre, gives him his hat so he can hide behind it.
He swats it out of your hand. It looks like his defense mechanism is still like reject everything.
Okay.
Hey, Teo, what do you think your dad would have done in that exact situation?
Well, he would have. He probably would have destroyed the mast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not something I can do. It's what I would have done if I could, but
Right.
Mm.
So your dad and you are both interested in protecting people who need it.
well,
Isn't that what Marines are supposed to do?
yeah, it is.
Then maybe you're on the way to becoming a good Marine.
Okay. You guys are actually kind of cool.
I am going to shoot daggers at Nemo. And I'm gonna mouth. Stop.
Gee, I won't let me inspect the. Why did that happen? Oh my god! Way to go, Teo.
Oh, thanks, Shark Dude.
I am a shark dude. I appreciate that. And then Nemo actually goes investigate.
I am a shark. Immediately won
I
over.
appreciate it. Yeah. Wow, nothing gets over your head, Teo.
What has Sabo's demeanor been like as we learn more about Teo's powers, as Teo has displayed his powers?
Sabo's gone through quite the range of emotions, but seems to have taken to, stepping back, becoming a fly on the wall, and just observing. He's almost stepped in a few times, but right now he looks elated. He's been reading these situations and kind of like letting you guys take the lead. And it seems to have worked out in his favor so far.
Esmer's gonna walk over to Ash and kind of clap her on the shoulder and just talk quietly to her and say, Ash, we're running out of black ink, so I can't do another flashback for the manga pages. But I will say,
What the fuck are you saying?
when I was young and I was kind of a shitty kid, I would try and start fights with the other shitty kids. And my big brother started doing this thing where for every day that I didn't fight another kid, he'd give me some candy. And then the urge to fight other kids kind of just went away. But it took getting a good thing after doing a good thing to start wanting to just do good things normally. And I think that's how this kid's brain works too. I don't know if there's a word for that.
Well, it's a little bit like you train pets, honestly. You give them like a little reward for
With a
doing.
treat.
Yeah. Works really well.
Positive
your brother's smart.
reinforcement. You're looking for positive reinforcement. That's
What?
That's the word. Positive reinforcement.
Okay. So we're gonna pause his reinforcement, and just to make sure that he doesn't end up more like his dad.
Yeah.
Good. Good plan. How long did it take you to stop fighting people? How long did that take?
It hasn't stopped.
Yeah. Okay.
In that case,
Hasn't worked at all. Definitely still fighting people.
It's
I
not
think-
random anymore, though.
I'll take. That sounds like an improvement. I'm learning so much about you.
And you can learn more once we get more black ink.
Esmer, sweetie, your nose is bleeding.
What's Brooklyn, New York?
I think that Coralie scampered off to get a second kind of cake, and says, "For the hero of the day, we've got more cake. There's not that much cake left, but we can always make more."
I was just gonna ask how much you had.
Well, like maybe 2 slices, and I think that Zelio actually might need a slice later when it's not the day off anymore. God, actually. And little thought bubbles pop up and say, fuck, I wish that Zelio was here right now because everyone is bonding with this kid and Zelio needs it the fucking most. There's always tomorrow.
I'm just gonna like roll back over to Sabo. Listen, I missed a bit of the whole spiel on the how and what of how his powers work. Does he see the future, right? He sees things before they happen. Yeah.
As far as we can tell, yeah. And
Okay.
that's not all he can do.
What do you mean?
He's also, in the reports I've read at least, he's also been able to locate almost any object. Doesn't really matter where it is. But whenever he uses it, that weird orange eye thing happens to everyone that is around him.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't bother you?
That's not what I
Yes.
said.
All right. Giant ass orange eye. Shit falling apart.
There's some people that think that the eye is from a beast of legend of some sort, but there hasn't been any evidence to support that. Not really.
Yeah, it's a good thing we don't live in a world of magical fruits that turn people into mythical creatures.
I know that she probably wasn't being sarcastic, but I think you should.
Thank God we don't live there.
Where
Esper, did you learn sarcasm?
where?
Hmm?
You've been talking to Zelio?
Yeah.
They teach you
Grasshoppers
sarcasm?
are famously good at getting to know each and every crew member's favorite things.
What's Zelio's favorite thing?
Gender anarchy.
That's true.
Nemo likes food.
It's also true.
So, and Sabo stands up and looks over at the revolutionary ship that is still anchored about a mile away. Any suggestions for what we do now?
You know what his dad's up to? This very moment? Besides yelling at some villagers?
No.
Okay.
And as Teo overhears that and says, I don't actually think he's yelled yet. Or that already happened.
Or that it will?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Gonna just go back to Sabo. Listen, do you know why I'm here and not still serving the Navy? It's because,
Actually, yes, I do.
well, and the flashback episode appears to begin.
Well, I found some more black ink.
Yeah. See, I watched the person, my captain, who I trusted most, kind of go off the deep end in pursuit of power on the Navy's behalf. Kind of disillusions you to the whole thing. Now, I'm not saying that's, the only way to do it, nor is it necessarily the best way. It's pretty good incentive. Hey, Leandre.
Yeah.
Can you remind me why you left the Navy?
I was bad at my job, and y'all kind of kidnapped me, and I was
We
like,
did.
"Well, I'm here now,
We did.
and
Zelio
I can't
grabbed
go
you.
back because
Yeah.
I'm incriminated." And yeah. So
That was the Captain Reed episode.
Yeah. I was not good at my job, and then I try to, quit if you want to say put it that way, and but I ended up here. But it's not too bad. I'm sorry I don't have any super altruistic reasons outside of friendship, but
Friendship?
yeah.
We you saying we're your friends?
Well, Velios. But yeah, sure. I like Genevieve too.
Zelio, Genevieve, everyone else.
Yep. No, that's so fair. So valid.
The tears that were starting to fall from not only Coralie's eyes, but the snake's eyes just get zipped right back up into the tear ducts.
Well,
I mean, you're like my boss. I don't know. I feel like that's a professional boundary that I can,
It's
I
fine.
respect you and
Yeah.
your skills, and you kind of scare me.
Scare you? They look a
Yeah.
little sad and defeated.
Just because you're very unpredictable, and whenever you're around, gunshots usually start going off, and that's quite alarming.
Have you
sure
heard a
that's not-
gunshot at all today?
No, but I nearly died.
It's not my fault. And Teo came to your rescue.
actually, we should.
And-
That's right, I did.
Yes, you did. I couldn't help but overhear that you don't think that your dad has already yelled at people. Do you happen to know where he is going to be when he yells at those people? Were there any identifying landmarks on the island, perhaps, that he was on?
Let me try again.
Oh,
And he closes his eyes and puts his hands out. As he does, Nemo, I'd like you to make a check as you're scanning the horizon, keeping an eye on the Revolutionary Army boat.
Oh boy. Ooh, 6.
We get a couple of flashing back and forth scenes as the orange eye beneath the boat opens up again. And the sun darkens slightly. Nemo, you're looking at the horizon and you spot a second speck. We see Teo's vision of his father in a long, flowing coat with the golden tassels on the shoulders, standing at the helm of a ship that is currently sailing, with a familiar-looking island in the background. The eye blinks once, and Nemo, you can see the ship come into better view as the shadows disappear. And as Teo says it, Nemo, you realize it to be true. Dad's actually on his way here right now.
What did you just say, kid?
Yep, that's what I was afraid of.
We've
And-
Captain.
Together, Teo and Nemo point at the same spot on the horizon at an approaching Navy warship.
Oh boy.
Oh, so he was coming to yell at us.
And that is where we are going to end today's
Crazy.
episode.
Super. Super.
The little like 2D chibi versions of like our characters come out and then just sort of do like the recap of this arc.
Yep.
100%.
Well, my friends, before we get on out of here, before we play the song that Esmer, Coralie, and Nemo have been working on,
Right.
let
you for
us
that.
tell the people who we are, where they can find us. Dan, let's go ahead and start with you.
Hi. I'm Dan Pixel, they, them. You can find me under that name, PYXEL, basically everywhere on the internet, although I have not been on the internet a lot lately. There's a lot of things going on in my life with my family, and it is nice to have a game to come back to after all of that. But if you want to find me doing other things right now, you can currently find me pre-recorded over on Queer RPG for the series Moonlight on Roseville Beach. It is a lovely story of a seaside town in the 70s that is entirely gay. It is one of my favorite stories that I think I've ever told. You can find it anywhere you get your podcasts, and that's Queer RPG or Queer PG. I always forget how to say it. Like if you wrote Queer RPG, but you elided the R's together, right? Wonderful company. But do check them out. Yeah. They're lovely people. The story is lovely. You can find me over there for that story with it's me, Valiant Dorian, and Kenzie Tartaglione, and we are having a emotionally devastating, hilarious time, and I highly recommend you check it out. That's me. Am I popcorning? I'm popcorning. Briar.
Hello, my name is Briar Wren, they, them pronouns, if you would. You can find me everywhere on the internet at @BeanAbees_, except for on Redbubble, because I opened up a shop, which you can find me at Briarbees on Redbubble. I also have my commissions open if you would like to see some of that. And as always, can't shut up on TikTok if you want to hear my thoughts. But I'm gonna pass it over to Julie.
Hey, I have been Julian, Julie, or Julie CL. He, they, and she pronouns are all cool. You can find me as Julie CL mostly on Blue Sky and Twitch. I am the creator of indie TTRPG system Tactics Memoriam, which Jake has produced some lovely music for, which I have been constantly playtesting and writing for a while. The beta version's free, but the final version is still coming. And in a month, you can catch me at PAX East in Boston, along with Dan and some other cool folks. I will popcorn over to Jake.
Hey, I'm Jake Lionheart. You can find me online as Jake_Lionheart on different socials. And I make music. So if you like I don't know, D&D themed, kind of like trip hop, boom bap, soundtrack stuff, you can find me wherever you get music. I'll like read the note. Okay, yeah. And there's also gonna be a song after this that if you watched last session, I stayed up immediately after and made a whole thing while everybody else went to sleep. I was like, I'm staying up. So yeah, you'll hear that soon. And yeah, that's me. Popcorn to Dennis.
Hi, that's me. I'm Dennis. I made Sagas. I made the one-page supplement we're using to run Sagas in the One Piece universe. Sagas, of course, stands for Setting and Genre Agnostic System. It is in that link that our lovely producer just put into chat. You can go download it for free, or pay me a couple bucks for it. All that money goes directly back into more projects related to Sagas, like the supplements that are going to be coming out with the final release of the game, including Grim, which is a setting. It's a little 15-page thing with really, really cool art that will be coming out soon. It is a world where you play as bugs and mice in a Victorian steampunk dark sort of world where literally the most dangerous thing in the entire world is not the gang war between the bees and wasps out back, or the almost cyberpunk-esque capitalist hierarchy within the actual bookshop itself. The most dangerous thing is probably the cat in the bookshop. It's actually, they just call it the Beast, and it's terrifying. But yeah, so that'll be coming out pretty soon. So keep your eyes out for that.
So
Popcorn
Ange,
producer.
hey, that's me, the producer. Ange isn't here though to talk about the cool work that they do. So be sure to check them out. Agonthetic all over the internet. They are super cool and did all of the incredible art that you are literally looking at right now. I can never know which hand goes where. But it's on, god damn it, it's on this side of the screen and also below. Anyway, we are doing this the next 2 Wednesdays. So we're looking at March 4th and March 11th at 5:30 PT. This is the last season that you're ever going to see the Lavender Scale Pirates all together again. Maybe some of these people die. Maybe some of them become NPCs in the next game of One Piece Sagas that we do. That's definitely going to be happening in February of 2027, right, Dennis? We already cornered you into saying yes, so that was just a test.
Twice already. Why? I don't see why it wouldn't work a third time.
Exactly.
The annual bullying will commence.
If you are interested in fighting back against the fascist regime that we are currently all dealing with, check out the No Ice in Minnesota charity bundle on Itch.io. There are 1,439 games for you to get your hands on for a donation of just $10 to support Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota. With that being said, be safe. Wash hands, make friends, don't eat paste, and please enjoy this song that was curated specifically for your listening ears by Nemo, Esmer, and Coralie. Bye-bye.
Hey, Esmer, could you beat on the bongo?
I messed up, you guys. We're going to have to look at our
Hey.
faces, or else you're not going to be able to
Ooh,
see
that's
it,
bad.
unfortunately.
All right, Coralie,
Except I'm going to copy and paste.
the chords. It goes like
Pirates, pirates, king of the pirates, 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 king of the pirates, 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 king of the pirates, 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 king of the pirates. Used to be the king of snakes, now I've gone and raised the stakes. You can call me Coralie, that's what I'm gonna be. Pirates, pirates, king of the pirates. Live in Scalia, that's my crew, and we're here to steal from you. All your treasure, golden rings, be a deer and pick your things. Sail the season, start a band. Nemo is the best front man. Isma's great at playing bongos. Lobster crab, yeah, that's how the sun goes. Pirates, pirates, king of the pirates. Pirates, pirates, king of the pirates. Pirates, pirates, king of the pirates. Pirates, pirates, king of the pirates.
Incredible. Thank you all so much. I need to go
Amazing.
and jump into the ocean now. Thank you so much. See you guys next week.
No, you can't swim. Famously, you can't swim. No.
All right. Don't eat paste. Goodbye, gang.